contributed this list or try to contribute this skip K6LGL. So, over to you, George, and good luck with the net. W68CX K6LGL.
Okay, very good, Skip. Yeah, 100%. Got 100% there. So, no problem. But let's put out another call before we start our tune-up. Another call for anyone we may have missed. Please come now.
Whiskey 7, Mexico, Sierra, W7MS.
Is that W7MS?
That's right. You've got Mike and Reno. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? If not, let's let the world know that these happy campers, this band of eagles, is active tonight on radio. They're very radioactive. So give us a tune-up and let them all know we're here and ready to go.
KM6SYD.
By the bay.
Okay, very good. Very nice, very nice. Clarion was sent out across the airways tonight. They know we're here. They know we're here. Anyhow, this is the AMI net that meets every Wednesday, has for many decades. Wednesday nights from either 7 or 8, depending on standard or daylight savings time. And it meets on this frequency, 3870. And of course, the purpose of this net has traditionally been to support, encourage, help all those amateur stations that are capable of broadcasting a voice-modulated signal by whatever means. You're all invited to join in this happy band of campers here. The net is run in two portions. We'll use the initial portion, call in people who have enlisted thus far. Periodically we'll call for additional stations, and following that, if conditions hold up, we'll have a roundtable, at which time stations can discuss whatever topics at whatever length they choose. And your net control tonight, George, WA6HCX. They're located in the Santa Ynez Valley, north of Santa Barbara. I'll get this straight yet. AMI number 951. And we are running a Collins 20V3 tonight at within maximum allowable signal strength. And what else do we have? I think with that we'll get started with the net and call on Skip, K6LGL. Go ahead, Skip, your turn.
Well, thank you very much, George. W68CX and the West Coast net is the edition. K6LGL. Skip in Santa Monica. Well, I'm on my usual big, heavy-duty suitcase that was produced in Benton Harbor with plate modulation. Not exactly a lunch suitcase. Not heavy metal, but light metal. Over 100 pounds, so. Anyway, the good thing about it is still running the DX100, is still running the original final amplifier tubes and the same 1625 modulator. They installed has a nice blocking capacitor, a ceramic doorknob there, and changed the neutralization somewhat, and it's been stable ever since. So it's been a lot of years now. That's the secret to any AM transmitter. The other materials is that you use a relatively flat surface, even though it's a high voltage, the ceramic capacitor on 3 TV that I use on these AM rigs. They can't handle the RF current and they throw the thing out of neutralization in the final rectifier. That's part of my experience. Anyway, AMI number is 1326-1326. We'll see what happens about the roll table, and Joey always doing the earlings. It's kind of lousy here and not too warm. Well, it's a beach community. It's winter here, George. So back to you. Hope it's warmer on the hill there. W6HCX, station green light.
Okay, Skip, very good. Yeah, it's winter everywhere. I think we have consensus there. Nobody was warm and cozy today. Anyhow, coming through nicely. Q5 copy. I got you down. If we're going to have a round table, you are listed on the round table. And next up, Bill, WA6LJR. What's happening in Pismo these days? Go ahead, Bill.
This is WA6LJR in Pismo Beach, getting ready to fall off into the ocean, George. But Skip and you both have a great signal, of course, into the SDR. George, I'm getting you direct. Sounds pretty good. Good signal. Tonight, we're running with Valiant. Resprayed cabinet, looking good. I hope that helped with the power. About a 230-foot long wire. Temperature here has been cold, but we try to get out and monkey around in the backyard and regrout things in the house. And anyway, thank you very much. AMI number here is 1528. I'll try to hang around for the round table. WA6LJR.
Okay, Bill, very good. And if you need some help, we'll have to gather some pilings of some sort, maybe chop down some trees somewhere, rush out there and prop up Pismo Beach, because we do not want to lose Pismo Beach there. We don't want to lose you either, but most people would like to keep Pismo there as a interesting place. I know there'd be a lot of people in the Central Valley that would be disappointed if they couldn't periodically, particularly later in the year, when conditions are warmer. They love to come out from the valley and spend weekends. I know because when I've tried to drive Highway 41, 46, that on a weekend, summer weekend, it is incredibly crowded with campers, boats, you name it. Anyhow, got you down, and see if the conditions hold up. Next up, Phil, N6WHK. Go ahead, Phil, your turn.
WA6HCX in 6WHK. I got one request for you. No more rain dances for the rest of this year. That feather and casting is going to flood us out down here. Anyway, AMI number is 1661. We're running the normal equipment, Johnson Viking Ranger, Hamilton HQ 110, L4 being hooked to help the signal along a little bit. About 200 and some odd feet of, well, no, that's closer to 235 feet of wire in a diamond kind of configuration as a loop. One microphone. Anyway, that's about the operating system down here. I noticed that my voice is getting squeaky again, so I better be quiet. So with that, back to you, WA6HCX and 6WHK.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I was asleep at the switch here, writing something down. Anyhow, we'll catch you later, and we have the net next week, so please check in at that time. Oh, okay. We now have KN6QQU. Mike, it's your turn. Go ahead.
All right, thanks, George. WA6HCX. This is KM6QQU. Mike out of Yucca Valley. AMI number is 1768, and we are running the ART-13 here with a homebrew power supply, compliments of Ken, K6CJA, and receiving on the BC348Q model with the dynamotor and a power supply speaker I built for it. And matches pretty close. You would think it's a World War II power supply bench test unit. So, yeah, it came out really nice. D104 microphone, full wave loop antenna, being tuned in with the SA2060A Heathkit antenna tuner, and that's behind me. So in front of me, I got the Heathkit HM102 watt meter, so I can see what I'm doing. And on the round table, on the swap, I'm going to be shutting it down. I got to take my son over to his class. So back over to you there, George. WA6HCX, this is KM6QQU.
Okay, very good, Mike. I love the call sign. QQU. Not easy to forget. Anyhow, coming through Q5. Very nice to hear you tonight. Stay warm, and we'll catch you later. Next up, Ron, KD6VWS. Your turn, Ron. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, George. WA6HCX, KD6VWS. We're on here in Joshua Tree. Just 8.4 miles from QQU. And AMI number 1671. And running the Valiant, version 1, 150 watt carrier, feeding it with the Turner Plus 3 microphone, receiving on the NC125 with the Q multiplier, but I have it switched out right now for full fidelity, and that's going up to the SA2040 Heathkit antenna tuner, and then from there coax up to the end-fed long wire, which is 5/8 wavelength long on this frequency, and 25 feet in the air, and a 59-foot quarter wave counterpoise right on the ground running underneath, main antenna, and no on the swapper, the round table, but I'll be listening through, so sounding good, George. WA6 HCX KD6VWS.
Okay, Ron, very good. Copying you directly, by the way, as well as the SDR. Anyhow, nice signal coming up from Joshua Tree, and a nice quality signal as well. So looking forward to hearing you in coming days, certainly next week. And let's see, next up, Kevin, amidst the garlic, WA6JKN. Kevin, go ahead.
Okay, George. This is WA6JKN, Kevin and Gilroy. Gilroy is also known as the garlic capital of the world. And I'm on the KW Sugar 1 tonight. That's the Collins rig. That's the little, what I call the little sister to the KW1. But the S in the KWS1 stands for single sideband suppressed carrier. But I've injected carrier, and it's on the center frequency, of course, 3870, and I'm modulating the lower sideband. And I just repaired the rig. I had a mechanical failure occur a month or so ago. It was was my fault. But luckily for me, I was able to find a manufacturer that was able to remanufacture those rare beryllium copper band straps that are used to move the tuning rack, the RF tuning rack, up and down as you tune the VFO. Well, Colin calls it the PTO, but it's really a VFO. When you mix it, so the output is really the VFO. Anyway, the band straps came in the other day. I got them installed, and boy, I'll tell you, to my surprise, the manufacturer did such a wonderful job reproducing these things or duplicating the things. And of course the tuning rack is mechanically very, very precision. So I dropped the belts in, and of course it took a while, but once I got them in, and I didn't even have to retune the RF deck. That's how close they were able to replicate this thing on their fancy machines. So I was very, very happy that I didn't have to go through an alignment. I'm going to do it just to see if there's anything that is off, but I went from 75 meters all the way up to 10 meters, and I had so much drive up there I couldn't believe it. That's a good indication that the band straps were just perfect. So I've been having fun on 10 meters with the KW Sugar 1. That's for sure. All right. The receiver is the Collins 75A4, and the antenna is an inverted V, band inverted V up about 40, 45 feet at the apex. So the microphone's the D104. And I just bought another Electro Voice 638 off of you know what, and I'm looking forward to receiving that as a spare. Oh, hopefully it works. If it doesn't, at least I have the stand. I can put one of my A-statics on it or something. So with that, I want to say happy birthday to Steve. We all should take turns saying happy birthday, or should we all do it during our second tune-up tonight? Instead of tune-up, we can all sing happy birthday to Steve. Wouldn't that be a first? We'd probably be publishing electric radio if we did that. All right, well, Skip, thank you for taking the early. Sorry that we missed Wayne tonight. Hopefully he's able to resolve the problems he's having with the audio or the transmitter. And sure missed not hearing him on tonight. And George, thank you for running the net. You're doing a masterful job, benchmark job, no question about it. So back over to you, sir. WA6HCX, WA6JKN.
Okay, Kevin, by the way, I'm looking at your signal on the SDR, and you're right, of course, it's lower sideband, but what a solid block. What a beautiful solid block from center frequency to the left. So the Sugar 1, or we now call them Sierra 1s, they're doing a great job there. Okay, with that, let's put another call for anyone that may be waiting patiently to join me in my net. Please come now.
In the weeds.
Was that you, Bob?
It's me. It's me. NA7RH. Do you copy?
Okay, Bob. Got you down. Sounded good. Right in here. Okay. Very good. And next up, let's get Larry from up north there. W6WH. Go ahead, Larry.
Okay, George. Thanks for picking me up. I know Skip has got some receiving problems down there, I guess. So, appreciate it. Somebody else chimed in as well. W6WUH, Larry in Occidental, AMI number is 800. The rig tonight is the Transit Commander 2, 6146 modulated by push-pull 7C5s, which are, I think, Lockville-based 6V6s. About 15 watts of carrier, 60 watts PET drive to the SB200, giving about 110 watts of carrier. So little beastie is doing a good job. We haven't had it on the air for, I don't know, about a year or so, I guess. This fellow in Monterey County who puts his on pretty often, so I was hoping maybe he would show up tonight too. We'd have two constant commanders on the air. Steve, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I think Chuck said last night it was his birthday. And if I did the complicated math that it took, he said he was 1.5 years older than he was the previous year. I calculated that to make him 62 or 63, but I don't know, that could be wrong. I guess I'll stick around for the roundtable one go round. Really, probably nothing for the swap. I want to sell my my Heathkit twins, the Cheyenne and Comanche, and some other junk, but you don't need to write it down, George. I would like to know when the AMI barbecue is, and see if I can manage to make it for that. I don't have that written down. W6HGX, W6WUH.
Okay, Larry, very good. Got you down for the round table, and copying you fine from up there north. And yeah, we haven't settled on a precise date, but most likely early May. It'll be up here at this continues. So we'll put out more information as time goes on. Okay, next up, KU6LYC, another Larry. Go ahead, Larry. Okay, Larry, very good. I copied you, Q5. And yeah, people mentioning receivers. I have a couple here. I have 3 or 4 actually, but 2 right now. The 75A4 and a TMC GPR 90. In addition to, of course, every now and then have to use the KFS half moon bay repeater. But copying everyone, just great tonight. And speaking of great signal, Dave, WJ6W, what is happening in the area of Tarzana tonight? Dave, go ahead.
Well, good evening, George. This is WJ6W here in Tarzana, chilly Tarzana. What is it? It's 47 degrees. We got down to about 40. Haven't gotten into the 30s yet this year. We usually do, but it might be getting late for that. Anyway, it's been a very nice day. Did some shopping with Christina today, and had a very nice salmon dinner. So things are good here, and our let's see the details. Our AMI number is 1235, and I have nothing to swap. And let's see, we're using the Super Senior transmitter by the way tonight, and listening on my new toy, my Icon 7610 transceiver. Wow, what a beast! Pretty neat piece of equipment. Anyway, I'll stick around for the roundtable tonight, and we'll send it back to you, George. WA6HCX, WJ6W.
Okay, very good. Dave, beautiful signal, by the way, on all the receivers here. So yeah, we'll talk to you on the roundtable and find out how Christina's doing. And let's see, what do I have here? Oh my God! The next time I have a song sheet. It came up on my spiral notebook here. There's a song here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, little Stevie. Happy birthday to you. It's your turn, Steve.
Thanks, George. Thanks, Dad. No, it was yesterday. So I tried to tell Skip it was yesterday. It's over. So hey, you're the only one, George. You're the only one besides Juliet saying me happy birthday. So I do appreciate it very much. And yeah, it was yesterday. Very, very pleasant. Very peaceful, pleasant. Just nice day. Nice way to spend your birthday yesterday. That was really good. KF6SYD Steve in Long Beach, AMI 1708, CCA AM1000D transmitter, AKG microphone. What didn't I say? It don't matter. And Phil, it's not George's fault. It's mine. The rain. We've been. I had to turn this down. Hold on. Turn that down a couple of notches there. I'm hitting this limiter and it's splattery all. No, I should have quit doing the rain dance a couple of weeks ago when the lakes filled up in Mesa Grande. But we just kept dancing every Sunday night and facing southeast toward San Diego to send more rain down there, but I'm apt to wash the dams out down there at the place if I keep going. So we'll kind of, Phil will knock it off for a while. Always afraid that if we go too long without the dance, then it just quits raining altogether, which, well, I don't know, maybe by now that might not be a bad thing to have happen, huh? Anyhow, but George, you probably should continue at your end to do the rain dance. You guys probably could use a little bit more up there, but I think I will, just for Phil's sake, pause and let several weeks go by without doing the rain dance up here. Let's see what else is going on around. Not a bunch. Not a whole lot. I'll put me for the round table. I got a little story, and that's about it. So thank you, George, for running the net tonight. And we appreciate it very much. And back over to you, WA6HCX, KF6SYD.
Thank you very much.
Okay, very good. Yeah, talk to you later, Steve. And, oh my God, didn't hear from Andy. KD6TKX. Andy, what is happening out there in Nowhere Land? Go ahead, Andy.
Okay, thanks very much, George. WA6HCX in the Wednesday AMI group. This is Kilowatt Delta 6 Tango Kilo X-Ray, Andy, at Curry Mountain. Great signal tonight. A little bit of noise around the edges, but everyone's coming through just great. So nice to hear everyone tonight. And running a different rig here tonight, only about 50 watts out, so hopefully it's coming through okay. It's a 1942 U.S. Navy Westinghouse. They called it a semi-portable station, so the TVW transmitter with a pair of RBM receivers. And I've had the transmitter for a while, but just recently acquired the correct receivers in their aluminum case. So I got them fixed up and have the station together, so it's kind of fun operating here. And it's a beautiful radio. It has more panel lights than any radio I've ever had, so that's good for me because I really like that. So I'm not sure why they did that, but it's very enjoyable. So I also want to, for the first time ever, say AMI number 1845 because I finally signed up for the cake. So thanks to John for doing that. No swap, no roundtable, and Skip, thank you for taking the earlies. George, as always, doing a great job. Thanks for doing it. WA6HCX in the AMI net, KD6 TKX.
Okay, and we have a weird, I'm copying you on both local receivers here, but I checked KFS, and your signal on KFS is cracking up, breaking up. Weird conditions. Otherwise, over the air, just great. Nice modulation. So, something weird happening out there. Okay, next up, and I'm sorry I missed your name, but N6AF, Alpha Foxtrot, your turn, go ahead.
Okay, great. And trying to keep the modulation not overdriven. So, November 6 Alpha Fox, Chuck, and Redwood City. And I apologize for kind of a marginal signal. I just threw this together a few minutes ago, so it's just a barefoot Viking Ranger 2 with a Shure 444D. So only about 100 ppp out, 25 watt carrier. And so I appreciate, I can hear it on KFS, but on centerfed dipole at 35 feet. And what I said yesterday on the vintage sideband net was that I aged by only 1.5%. So I basically was turning 68. So that's that was not supposed to be a big math riddle. But my point was that I'm trying to put a positive spin on this. Every year that I age, I'm aging more slowly as a percentage of my age. Compared to a 1-year-old aging 100% when he turns 2. So I'm not aging as fast. How's that? So next week I will set up either my Drake 2B or HQ 170, and I'll get this transmitter cleaned up and run it through my my SB 220. So and that will help if you're trying to copy me directly. So really appreciate it. So back to you, George, and thanks for herding the cat. Sorry, this is a very low-level kitten here trying to meow out to you. WA6HCX, November 6th, amplitude feline. Go ahead.
Okay, Chuck. By the way, I love that that beautiful formula you came up with. Yes, some of us are aging very, very slowly. By that, I like that. I think the Greek philosophers would have appreciated that as well. And yeah, your signal sounding very good on SDR, KFS. Very clean. That Ranger is sounding good. So yeah, if you want to pump more power into that, that'll be good too. But certainly, very pleasant copy tonight, Chuck. Okay, next up, Bob. W9JIB. Are you following any of the extraterrestrial unidentified objects? You've got to bring us up to speed because we can't really trust military, government, corporations. We want it from the top brain there in Pasadena. So fill us in on that, Bob. W9JIB. Go ahead, Bob.
WA6HCX, WA9JIB. Coming to get you, George. I'm telling you, that's the long and the short of it. So look for landing craft when you pack up tonight. Run and hide or do whatever you gotta do. So this is WA9JIB. Just kidding, of course. Don't want to be taken seriously. I'm over here in Aquiñada, California. Let's see, first things first, birthday greetings to Steve. Wow, on Valentine's Day. And let's see, I wasn't on Monday because my lady friend and I, Cherie, we went out to dinner on Monday night thinking we would avoid the crowds for Tuesday. And we certainly did, so it was a very pleasant evening. Shared with another couple. We had a great little Valentine's Day party tonight. A restaurant called BJ's. There's a bunch of them. Probably some of you guys know where they are. I know there's some in Orange County. Good pizza. Anyway, I'm running my D104 into my Johnson Viking Valiant. I think I'm the second or third Valiant on tonight. And get about 140 or 50 watts out to my dipole inverse V, hangs off a 35-foot mast. The receiver, the Hammerland HQ129 X-ray. Put all your electronics on, the thermometer on the clock on top of the Hammerland only says 69 degrees here. So it is chilly, but it's a good night to run the vacuum tube gear. What can I say? Let's see, no AMI number for me, no buy-sell swap stuff at the moment. Let's see, yeah, I guess a couple guys are going to hang out for a round table, so I will hang out for a little bit, see what shapes up. And I guess that's about it from JIB land. So with that, I'll turn back to you, George, and you got the classified information there. I don't have any classified documents because I'm not running for president. That's what I got. WA6HCX, WA9JIB.
Okay, Bob, very good. Yeah, I understand about classified information. I make sure I tell Marion, if you see any piece of paper in my office that has classified on it, turn it over to me immediately because that's going to go in today's burn file. I don't want FBI knocking on my door here. But anyhow, I got you down for the round table. Very good. Next up, let's see what's happening in Lemon Grove today. Hopefully, that far south, you had to be a little bit warmer than the rest of us, living in the high 50s here. W6YEC, go ahead, George.
Okay, George. And with that, W6YEC, very good evening to everybody. And things are pretty good here in Lemon Grove. I've been really watching the skies. I see some planes in the flight pattern coming into Lindbergh Field, but I have not spotted any very large balloons or cylinders in the air, but I've been looking. When I walk outside, I'm gazing the skies. These days, you got to look up and keep your eyes wide open. And then the other thing is a little concern. From my days in the military, and my security clearance and all of that, I thought, well, just to be safe, I better go through my boxes here and just see, just for chance. There's some classified material maybe found its way to my house and into my files. And but I don't have a Corvette, and so I didn't, but I do have a 52 Chevy, but no boxes there. So I'm feeling pretty good. The rig here tonight's the normal setup, the Viking Ranger 2, driving a Sugar Baker 220 as usual, about 350 watts, AKG microphone. I think from Austria or something like that. And I have a Behringer Behringer equalizer. And then tonight I've just been listening. I know you guys can't hear it, and I feel badly for you, but I've been listening on the SX42. And oh my goodness, what beautiful, beautiful audio coming through the SX42 with the big Jensen speaker, now mounted in a Zenith cabinet that has been redone and looks beautiful. The receiver sits on top of it. And then I've got an antique Titan lamp on top of that. And so it's pretty impressive. And but we've been listening to all of the beautiful AM signals to that tonight. Coaxial flat top about 40 feet in the air, and has held up with all the winds and different things that we've been having. Every time I come out, I look up and look in the sky, make sure there isn't any alien stuff going on. But looking at my antennas, making sure everything is where it's supposed to be, and it's been really amazing. With all the wind this year, nothing has come down. Everything is secure. So that's my report from Lemon Grove. Fine job as always, George. WA6HCX. W6YEC.
Okay, George, very good. By the way, Rick copied beautiful signal. That Ranger always puts out a fantastic signal. Somehow, we have a magic path coming up from Lemon Grove there. So great to hear you tonight. Stay well. Catch you next week. And let's see, next, oh my God, it's Mike from, what is it, the biggest little city in the world. I think that's it, but you might correct me, Mike. W7MS, go ahead, Mike.
Well, thank you, George. A little small technical difficulty there. WA6HCX, W7MS, and I'll start off by apologizing for my carbon mic audio, but comes the break. So W7MS, Mike and Reno, and good evening to one and all. Almost didn't make it. Realized it was 7 o'clock in the witching hour for the Wednesday night AMI net, so here we are. So AMI number 216. Yes, the moniker biggest little city in the world, I guess, still applies. It's still on the arch on Virginia Street, but certainly not the gambling capital of North America, and hasn't been for forever, 50, 60 years, but we're still here. And tonight running a military rig, that's the General Dynamics GRC 106. So unlike the lower sideband station with carrier, I'm military correct. I'm operating upper sideband with a carrier for AM enhanced. So that's the version here. So probably about 75 watts of carrier with a sideband attached. So good signals tonight. Nice to hear you, George. But I've got to run. I've got some other commitments here up the frequency, but nice to hear everybody. So no for the swap, no for the round table. So back to George, WA6HCX, W7MS.
Okay, Mike, I understand those kind of commitments. You probably got that notice from the Sheriff's Department earlier this evening, and they told you to report in before 9 o'clock tonight, so we understand that. Anyhow, great signal coming from Reno tonight, and always great to hear you. Next up, Bob, NA7RH. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, very good, George. WA6HCX, Matt, NA7RH, back here in the Phoenix area with the old sweep tube special. An 8246 actually modulated by 4 1625s in parallel push-pull out of it. 1961 through 64 ARRL handbook. Modulated also with the W2IHY box and on the Raycom electron back. Bypass dipole, not too high up, and a little bench super tuner in the rack. But And we're looking at a freeze warning here this evening over most of southern Arizona, so I have to get out there and put some cloth out over the aloe vera there in my house. So I'll be out there doing that soon. Let's see, not much else going on here. Certainly good signals to be heard here in the Phoenix area this evening, and enjoying it all. Good signals and hold on for sure. Back to you, George. WA60, AMI number 1543. No on the swamp, no round table. Back to you, George. WA6HCX on the net. NS7RH.
He's 15 over.
Okay, Bob, very good. Copying you great here. And as always, that sweep tube special. You're going to have to, if you have my email, I really would like you to take a snapshot of it, or by any other means. But I'd love to see a picture of that the sweep tube special we've been listening to and enjoying. I have been enjoying it all these years. So that'd be great. Okay, I've run through the list here. Let's see if there's anyone else that's waiting to join. Please come down.
He was 15 over up here in Northern California.
Give me the call.
Give us a repeat, please.
Northern California, repeat.
Yeah, what's your call sign? This WA6 Hotel Charlie X-Ray. What's your call sign?
George, that was Larry, W6WUH, just making a comment.
Oh, okay, sorry. It was a strong signal. So that was kind of shocking there, surprising. Okay, with that, it's, let's see, 1946 on Wednesday evening, which is what, February 15th. We're closing officially the AMI net at this time. Thanks for all the participants. Really make it enjoyable for all of us. Without the group, we wouldn't have it. We'd have nothing here. So, for the round table, we have Skip, K6LGL. I have Bill, WA6LJR. Have you, Larry, W6WUH. Dave, WJ6W. Steve, our birthday boy, well, yesterday birthday boy, KF6SYD, and our moon man, WA9, excuse me, WA9JIB. And anyone else wishing to join, just jump in at any point here. But anyhow, Skip started off K6LJL.